Welcome back to Studio 21. I'm Audrey.
And I'm Zane. Today we have some exciting gossip on Taylor Swift, a review of some romantic movies, and a music video dedicated to Malcolm X.
In addition, we have a special guest interview and performance, so look forward to that as well. Hello, and welcome back to this week's Gossip Guru. I'm Audrey.
And I'm Zane. Last week, Taylor Swift announced her next album, The Tortured Poets Department.
Oh, that announcement came as quite a surprise to the fans, especially because it's all brand new music.
It's not a Taylor's version album?
No, she released all new song names. They're totally new.
That's definitely exciting. She told her fans about the new release while receiving the Grammy for her 2022 album, Midnights. Afterward, 2 posts appeared on her Instagram. One shows the album cover, new lyrics, and the release date, April 19th. The other post lists the album's song titles.
This comes after her most recent release last year, 1989, Taylor's version, and the release of her movie, The Eras Tour. There has been speculation by news outlets that the album's name refers to one of her exes, Joe Alwyn. Supposedly, he was in a group chat that was called the Tortured Man Club.
Didn't they only break up last year? They were in a secret relationship since like 2016, and the press found out a few months later in 2017?
Yeah, they dated for a long time and didn't go out together in public a whole lot. Taylor has even confirmed that Alwyn helped co-write some of her songs from the album Folklore. He is credited on the album as William Bowery, who showed up on Evermore and Midnights as well. There were even rumors that they were engaged, but, well, they broke up.
It seems there's reason for her to make an album about him at least.
It was a mutual breakup, but that can still be painful. Plus, one of the things she's well known for is songs about her ex-boyfriends and current partners. Speaking of current partners, Swifties have also been excited to see her at football games. This past Sunday, she was seen supporting Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs at the Super Bowl, bringing Swifties and football fans together for the day.
That's great. I'm glad people have something to come together for. That's all for this week. This week's Gossip Guru. I'm Zane.
And I'm Audrey. Thanks for tuning in.
Everybody's telling me I better come on with a plan, yeah. Standing in the window with my gun in my hand, yeah. Enemies necessary. Enemies necessary.
Once upon a time, an activist state of mind. Soapbox speeches for the incarcerated mind. Newspaper stands reading racial times. 1925, X is alive. A little bit of time, somebody dropped the dime. Became educated, some institutionalized. Eyes on the prize, a civil rights leader. Hotter than a pistol, angry as a heater. One man making change to free your mind from the shackles and the slave brain. Rallies up and down the streets, auditoriums packed to a full. When this man speaks, a protest down the street. Police dog unleashed, fire hydrant busted, civil rights disgusting. This man changed the world before racial corruption. The any means necessary.
Everybody's telling me I better come up with a plan, yeah. Standing in the window with my gun in my hand, yeah. Enemies necessary. Enemies necessary.
Grown up house with kids in the spout. No internet, everything is word to mouth. Jealousy and envy from the people who built him. Nearly got away with his life, almost killed him. Death threats made him bleed to Mecca to learn and breathe. True brotherhood, people with different eyes and different skin color. Opposite of you and me, phone tapped by the FBI. Spoke the truth of corruption and lies. Petrified to come outside. Voices echoing, shout in my head that I'm just gonna die. Wrote a letter that went viral. X had a bigger job to do. Free to fight a pack, 30 shots to the torso. 1965 Autobahn ballroom, X by necessary. That any means necessary.
Everybody's telling me I better come up with a plan, yeah. Standing in the window with my gun in my hand, yeah. Enemies
Welcome back. Today we are joined by Preacher Red, a student-run band. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to pursue music, and did you always know that this is what you wanted to do as a career?
Well, what got me into music was 5th and 6th grade choir, and then I joined bands and experimented with music all through my childhood and in high school, and I brought it with me to school and met these guys, and now we're all in a band together.
So I've always wanted to play guitar, but I never really imagined that I would be playing guitar with these guys. It's just been such a good experience. As far as getting into music, I've always loved the instrument, and playing in a group setting like this is just allowed for unlimited creation. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I really love the improvisational aspect of music. I started off playing jazz, and well, I've been playing piano since 4th grade, jazz since 8th grade. And this year I got a little more into rock when I met these guys and I started playing with them. And how we make music is someone has an idea and then the other people all sort of figure out what they can do to add on to that idea, and it works. So yeah, that's what I like doing. I just also like listening to music a lot in general, so yeah.
Well, so I guess I in like 5th grade, they made me pick between band or choir, and I picked band, and I wasn't really good at it, so I did percussion, and that wasn't until like 8th grade when I started playing drums, and that was like that immediately hooked me. Just the ability to sort of lead a band like that, or I guess give them something to stand on, has been really rewarding, and it's something I love to do, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing music when I was 7, and I've just been in various groups of many different people with all sorts of different music, ranging from rock to orchestra to jazz. And so it's really fun coming from that kind of diverse background to run into these guys who all have their own backgrounds. And then we kind of clash together to create our own little sound, and it's just been something that's like really magical to experience with them lately. But yeah.
All right, thanks for working with us. So how would you describe your sound or genre of music, and what made you gravitate to producing that sound?
We have a lot of inspirations. I would say for me, I'd say for like my vocals, I take a lot of inspiration from the Police, a little inspiration from the Smiths. I mean, it really ranges. It depends on the song. But I love our sound. More on the sound is Davis can't.
So I take inspiration from anywhere that I can. It's predominantly rock, and that's any genre of rock, any subgenre. So I've listened to a lot of Smiths, a lot of Led Zeppelin. They're probably my favorite. Recently, a lot of the Police and the Smiths, as I said. So, and outside of that, I'll take inspiration from all sorts of guitar, like a lot of Latin guitar I've been really into recently, a lot of old blues guitar. So as for influences, people have, tried to figure out what band we sound like, and, it takes people a little bit of time to figure it out. We're more of a mesh of different groups, so we have that really unique quality about us.
Yeah, I really don't know. I listen to a very broad range of music, so I just kind of play what I think sounds good. Yeah, I definitely, when I'm improvising, typically it sounds more jazzy, more bluesy, because that's how I have improvised before. But like in the song today, the second one, Pesticide, that we're going to be playing, it does not sound jazzy. So, I mean, there's a bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the running theme here is that we take inspiration from a lot of different kinds of music. I've also, I try to listen to everything, and sort of bring it into my drumming in a way. I mean, we use all these artistic influences to guide our sound and bring it in a direction that we think is creatively fulfilling. For my drums specifically, I love Stuart Copeland and John Bonham and Steve Gadd and all these guys that are, legends in their industry.
Yeah, kind of to just echo what everyone's been saying. We can't really classify our sound into like a single like adjective, you know. It's so many different elements, like I said before, so many different backgrounds. I think we all listen to pretty different kinds of music, and because of that we all come together and like combine our own interests into this kind of like other tone that you can't really describe. It's kind of cool.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Okay. So lastly, do you have any upcoming performance or news that you'd like to share?
Upcoming, we have a single coming out soon. It's a single called Eye to Eye, and we're really excited to release it for y'all, but we're still in the process of making it. So look forward to that. And also we have a show today.
Yeah, we are playing it today.
In like probably like 5-10 minutes. but here next up, Davis Kent.
I'd just like to say I agree.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See y'all.
Hey everyone, it's Kate here today with local finds at Candlelight PourHouse, just a couple of minutes from campus. Candlelight PourHouse is a cafe wine bar serving American fare and brunch in a cozy space with sofas and a beautiful patio, which we are right now. They are marketed as a local brunch spot like no other, and today we are going to find out why. Now I'm going to ask owner Tammy some questions I have, and we'll see what she has to say. Okay, so first, what is unique about your brunch spot?
Something unique about Candlelight is we've been around here for almost 30 years. We're nestled up in the North St. Mary Strip, and just the vibe, you know, when you walk in, there's just something about feeling at home.
Yes.
And we love to share that love.
And then can you say a little bit about your secret garden? You have
Yes.
marketed on the website, and I also saw on the Instagram.
I do call it the secret garden because, like we talked before, this is nestled up. Like, nobody knows it's here. Everybody kind of stops, like they see only the front part of Candlelight,
Yeah.
and they never take that other couple steps in and say, oh my goodness, you know, this in the spring, it's beautiful. It's so invited and covered with pecan trees that are 100 years old and,
Wow.
and their leaves.
Walking in, you've got a great, nice, big property, and you know, on the way back, we're kind of nestled in the corner here. We saw all these beautiful pieces of artwork and sculptures just right behind you. Where do you find all of that? And you know, is it like collections, or you just collect it as you go? Or?
Actually, no, believe it or not, this is all from one local artist, and they're
Oh,
a
wow.
couple, and their names are Momo and Pampa.
Oh,
I
wow.
have the privilege of carrying their art and showcasing them. You look at
Very
each one of
unique.
these, they all have a story behind them.
I am somebody who, before I go to any restaurant, I'll look at the menu. I'll see what's going on, and a couple of items caught my eyes. And for first question, what is the inspiration behind your blackberry lavender latte?
I'm not too much of a, foo-foo coffee drinker, but I must tell you, when I tried this one and I came up with it, and my baristas, I won't take all the credit, my baristas actually were, let's play with some flavors. So they came up with the whole, let's try blackberry lavender. And I said, well, why the heck not? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So they did, and it was just really good. And like I said, I'm
Okay.
not a foo-foo coffee
Yeah.
drinker. I'm all about straight black coffee, our Candlelight house coffee. I make myself, but the
Okay.
blackberry lavender, it was sold. We call this place like a laboratory because we have a bunch of scientists, theoretically
Yeah.
speaking. But I mean, they're all about putting things together. They love to invent. They love to create art
Yeah,
in its
totally.
own coffee style, or mixed coffee style.
And now, what is your favorite thing about your job? What do you? I know there's probably lots of ups and downs.
Yeah, honestly, these last few years, it have been a lot of challenges and trying ups and downs, but I guarantee you the one thing that keeps me going is the fact that I get to wake up when I wake up to open Candlelight and know that there are people and food. So,
Yeah, you're doing what you love, for
Yeah.
sure. And then last question, Where do you see the future of your business going?
Well, that's a tough question, Kate.
It is hard.
'Cause it's been a tough 3 years since, COVID happened and everything. I'd like to say that we're still going to be here. I
Yeah.
mean, we've been here for a good minute, 30 years,
That's awesome.
I don't see us, moving anytime soon or even closing, but it has been trying. It's been a fight. So as long as I have fight in me and I still have love for people and food, we're still going to be here.
You hear that, Trinity? Gotta come out and try it for sure. This is awesome.
Definitely.
See, maybe it would be awesome if they had this every morning. Okay, so far, I feel like if I was able to have meat on this would be like a 8.5 out of 10. The avocado toast is a 9 out of 10 because my favorite one is A Place Back Home. I'm gonna try the sauce because this is the one she said bakes for 12 hours. That is really good. That is really, really good.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Release Date. I'm Zane Clow.
And I'm Audrey.
With Valentine's Day coming up tomorrow, we have 2 love-related movies to talk about. First up, Before Sunrise.
Before Sunrise is a romance film directed by Richard Linklater and starring Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. It was originally released in 1995. The film follows a man named Jesse and a woman named Celine who meet on a train in Europe. Jesse, having one night to spend in Vienna before taking a plane back to America and no money for a hotel, asks Celine after a brief conversation to get off the train with him and spend the next 24 hours walking around the city. Celine, having a week before needing to go back to college in France, agrees, and they set off on a night neither of them will ever forget.
This film is the first in a trilogy referred to as the Before Trilogy, including this film, Before Sunrise, and its 2 sequels, Before Sunset and Before Midnight. Though my favorite is the second one, this one is still incredible. In terms of plot and things that actually happen, there's not much going on here. The vast majority of the film is just dialogue between the 2 characters, but that's one of the strongest points of the film. The dialogue in this film is simply incredible. It's compelling, engaging, reveals information about the characters slowly and subtly, witty and funny when it needs to be, and it hits all the marks. This is sincerely some of the best dialogue I've seen in film. Now, I don't watch too many straight-up romance movies. It's not that I have anything against the genre. There are a number of romance films I really love, but I tend to just be more inclined to movies where 2 honor-bound warriors duel for their ideals. More subtle foreshadowing from me. But in spite of how little I watch from the genre, this movie feels like the pinnacle of what it can achieve. I don't tend to get emotional while watching most movies, and it's a pretty impressive feat for a movie to do that to me, and this movie does. I don't know what it is, that's not entirely true. It's almost certainly the dialogue, but it really pulls at your heartstrings. And I can't forget to mention the absolute powerhouse performances from Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. Both of them are at the top of their game and simply incredible in this film. If you're looking for an incredible romance film to watch this Valentine's Day, I strongly recommend this one. Now, for me to greatly stretch what constitutes a movie about love, we have Samurai Rebellion.
Samurai Rebellion is a samurai film directed by Masaki Kobayashi and released in 1967. The film follows a man named Isaburo, whose family acts as the armorer for the clan he is a part of. One day, the lord of the clan sends one of his mistresses, Ichi, to Isaburo's household, commanding him to marry his son, Yogoro, to her. The lord's son is sick, so he had a child with the mistress to have a potential heir should his son die. Though Isaburo initially opposes the marriage, Ichi comes to deeply love her as his wife and Isaburo as like a daughter to him. That is until the lord's son dies and he commands Isaburo to dissolve his son's marriage to Ichi. Isaburo, moved by the power of his son and daughter-in-law's love, refuses and prepares to make a stand alongside Yogoro against the powers that be.
Masaki Kobayashi is one of my top 3 favorite directors of all time. Harakiri and the Human Condition trilogy are some of the peaks of what I think films are able to achieve. While this film isn't as good as Harakiri, high bar given that I think it could be argued as one of the greatest films of all time, this is a contender for Best Samurai Movie. The film also stars Toshiro Mifune and Tatsuya Nakadai, both legends in their own right and some of my favorite actors ever. This film does have a relatively slow first act, but I think that works in the film's favor. The mundanity of Isaburo and his family's life is a key part of the film. That way, the disruption of all that peace is all the more shocking and makes the actions he takes more justifiable and understandable. The action in this movie is sparse, not dissimilar to Harakiri, but when it's there, it's incredibly impactful and effective. The fight scenes in this film mix the more grounded, tactical feel of Harakiri with the more John Wick or superhero-style killing machine of Yojimbo or Sword of Doom to great effect. So for this Valentine's Day, if you're looking for an old, bloody, and violent, yet powerful testament to the lasting impact and beauty of love, I'd highly recommend checking this film out. That's all we have for release date. I'm Zane.
And I'm Audrey. Thanks for watching.
Know which way you walk into. Where's your brain and where you sleep into? Wait inside, feel all, feel disjointed, but you're right where you need to be. Reach out for me in your own time, in your own way. Reach out for me today. Say what you need to say. It's just the meaning in my eyes. Can you feel the words come out my mouth? How long have you known? How long until you're thrown? I'm in the hand you own. In the end I'll be know which way you walk into. Where's your brain and where you sleep into? Wait inside, feel alright, feel disjointed, but you're right where you need to be. Reach out for me, your own time. Thank you. We Are Preacher Red. That last song is our newest single, Eye to Eye. This next song is a song called Pesticide. Just to take a dive right inside the pesticide. Yeah, the pesticide. Take a dive right inside my pesticide. Take a dive right inside my pesticide. Take a dive in the pesticide. Take a dive right inside my pesticide. I was up last night thinking about you. All the things you said to me that ended up not true. I'm your dirty water filled to the brim with pesticide. Just to take a dive right inside the pesticide. Come on and take a dive right inside, oh, the pesticide. Take a dive right inside my pesticide. Take a dive right inside the pesticide. Take a dive right inside my pesticide. Thank you. Thank you, Tiger TV.